Hey y'all, this is Annie, and today I am doing something that I have been meaning to do for a very long time, which is my body care and household empties, basically. So, this is not all my household empties, obviously, but mainly kind of home fragrance or body care leaning items, so like shampoos and conditioners, soaps, lotions, mostly that kind of stuff. And when I say I've been meaning to do this, some of these go back to 2022. So these are really old. If this is not the kind of video for you, totally feel free to hop out. You do not have to watch it. A lot of this is not going to be very in-depth, but I have been shuffling some of these items around, meaning to do a video and telling myself, oh, I'm going to get to it soon, and then it not happening, and I'm sick and tired of holding on to this. I want to clear it out. I have piles on shelves that I'm like, oh, this is the next video I need to record, or I have several different containers filled with things, and I'm getting it done. I feel like it's something that I need to get off my to-do list, so here we go. Now, please keep in mind, some of these items have sat in a section and they've collected a little dust, or gotten a little smudgy. And the group I'm about to start with, I set them on the kitchen counter just a few days ago because I was planning on trying to do this video this week. And I was hot dumping some wax, and my hands were shaking, and I got wax over a lot of it, and I've tried to break off a good amount of it, but honestly it's taking wax off of like paper boxes, and it's just gonna wind up in the trash anyways. So please don't judge based off of all the wax that is all over them right now. Anyways, this is real, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. And I have to say, I'm really encouraged, honestly, to do this video instead of just giving up on it, by Lexi from Two Quick Quicks, because recently she did a video with a lot of her old body care type empties, and some of them were from the last, year and a half to two, I believe. And I thought, you know what? I don't have to be embarrassed or ashamed that I haven't gotten around to this. Our lives are busy. It's okay. So here's goes. The first category is going to be bar soaps that we have used that I did not personally make. A lot of the packaging from bar soaps that we have used, because we really use a lot more of that than we do the liquid soaps at our sinks or in the shower and stuff, have been ones that either I made or, somewhere along the line, my husband maybe throw away the packaging or something. So this does not represent all of the ones that we have used by far, but I want to get these ones out. All right, first up is a box, and you can see some of the wax that spilled, and this is from Snob Love. So SNOB, which stands for, I don't remember what it stands for, but it's an acronym. And this particular bar was called Fluffy Peeps, and the scent is raspberries, tangerine, peach, cotton candy, and vanilla. It was a sweet, fruity scent. The scent wasn't overwhelming, and she had it wrapped with this pink tissue paper inside because there was a lot of decorations on this bar. It was kind of a rectangular slice, and it had these cute little peep-shaped bunny rabbits on the sides and little kind of Easter decorations. If you've never ordered from Snob Love, she's one of my favorite places to get bar soaps. I love her lotion. Her lotion is my favorite lotion to get from anywhere. And I never feel like I have to re-moisturize my skin. I don't have to put the lotion back on a few minutes later. I just love her lotion so much. And her soaps are gorgeous in her body scrubs. Like, honestly, I love a lot of stuff from her. Her wax is really good. She doesn't have a lot of supply or variety, but she has, I believe, 100% soy wax, which tends to do really well for me, and I have enjoyed a lot of the scents I've gotten from her in the wax. She's also made different things like cleaning products. Her glass cleaner and her granite cleaner I have bought refills of. I actually really need to restock because those are excellent cleaners. Anyways, back to talking about her soap products. This is the only box I think that I have out of all of this that somehow has made it to the empties, and it's not the only one that I've used. Her bars are very moisturizing soap, so they will not dry your hands out. They're great for sensitive skin. If you have eczema, if you have dry skin, she has lots of the butters and things like that that really, moisturize your skin in the process of cleaning it. And I love the way it feels. It just feels very silky. The bubbles are not huge, big bubbles when you're washing your hands, but it's more of a fine, silky, bubbly foam. And it's one of my two favorite places if I want to buy cold process soap, basically. And it doesn't hurt that everything from her is just absolutely gorgeous. So we finished this bar, and then I only have one that I see in this whole thing from Royalty Soaps, but again, not the only one that we have used in the last 2 to 3 years, and not the only ones that I've used. I haven't purchased from Royalty Soaps in a while, but I've purchased from her multiple times. I love Katie. If you're not watching her and you like watching soap making, she is just a delight. And her bars are a little bit more bright colors, some like pop culture themes and stuff. And this particular one is a frosted soap, so it's like a square soap about this size with piping of soap on top and decorations inside of it, or set in top of the kind of like triangle piping soap on top. And this one was called Bookshop. So basically this one was like green and yellow and kind of fall leaf colors, and it was going for a little bit of a like fall cottagecore vibe, but also meshed with like cottagecore and a library idea. And she picked a scent that kind of reminded her of libraries. So it's a little bit of a deeper, darker scent. I don't specifically remember the scent jumping out to me. I remember it being a scent that I didn't particularly love. Not that I hated it, but it just wasn't a scent that I would probably pick up again. But the decorations on this were really cute. There were little acorns and things like that. That kind of made me think of a fall cottagecore vibe. And her soap, compared to Snob Love's, is not as moisturizing, but it's got the great big shiny bubbles if you like the kind of big bubble type soaps. And it's definitely a good quality soap in my opinion, just not as moisturizing if you have sensitive skin, in my opinion. So that was finished. Now the other soaps are all from another vendor. She is a vendor that I also really like her wax products, and this vendor is Missouri River Soaps. She did recently, I believe early last year, she moved from Missouri to Montana, and she took a hiatus of her company, and then recently has reopened. I haven't repurchased from her yet since she's reopened, but I will again at some point because Holly is just an expert at what she does. She does more of a simple and straightforward, although really pretty looking bars. They're not going to be as ornate and decorated as Royalty Soaps or Snob Love, but she focuses on just really nourishing ingredients. A lot of her things have, buttermilk or coconut cream or shea butter, mango butter added in. And like Snob Love, hers is more of a moisturizing bar, so great for sensitive skin, dry skin. If you feel like, washing your hands a lot, you're struggling with that, then both Snob Love and Missouri River Soaps are the place I would direct someone to buy soap, because their soaps really helped heal my skin up a few years ago. So I have a lot of soap bars to run through from Missouri River Soaps. And Holly, who is the owner, she also has a YouTube channel where she shows how she makes her soaps and various things, and she is a very pleasant person to watch, very relaxing. If you struggle with insomnia, a great place to watch something to help you kind of relax at night. So this first bar up is Mango Milk, and this was one of her sea salt soaps. I know we've used more than just the sea salt soap from her in the last 2 years, but this is the only one I think that I have saved the box of. And if you've never used a sea salt soap, it's a very hard bar. There is salt in the bar, so it's got some exfoliation in it, but it's not overly gritty. And it's not going to be as big of a bubble. It's more of a dense kind of lather, if you will, and maybe not as moisturizing as our other soaps, but it's a great soap for shaving, for example, and if you want a little bit of a mild exfoliant. I remember this particular one, it says Mango Milk. I really didn't get much scent from it, and it was like a dual color bar, but we did enjoy it. We used it in the shower, and I would repurchase her salt soaps. These next ones, please don't judge. They are very discolored. Some of that is, well, largely it's discolored because there was fragrance oils that were left on these wax papers. And if you know much about fragrance oils, you know that anything with vanilla in it can cause things to turn brown. And some of these definitely kind of had that lingering and sitting, so they look really dirty, but I promise you it's just the fragrance oil that kind of has altered them, and they've sat for a while and had this color change. So these were little samples from Holly with Missouri River soaps. She gives a generous sample in every order, and they're like a piece of soap maybe this thick, and like that size. So you get to try out some different scents maybe that you didn't order. And this was a sample in Wild Berry Blizzard. It was a nice berry scent. She usually does this around the holidays. Another one that I got from her was Jasmine Pineapple. This was really interesting scent. I was surprised that the jasmine and the pineapple scent went well together. It's kind of fruity and a little bit floral. And I did like it, but you can see all this discoloration. And then this one, the packaging got all shredded trying to open it up. Again, very, very discolored from the vanilla in here, okay? And it wasn't like this when the soap was in there, but it's just the fragrance was left on this wax paper, and it sat and oxidized, basically. So this was a sample in Strawberry Champagne, which smells like the strawberry champagne from Victoria's Secret, if you smelled that one. I loved this, and definitely would repurchase this one from her when she makes it if I was needing soap. Next up is a bar in, let's see, you can see the wax from my waxident a few days ago. So this is a calendula coconut cream from Missouri River Soap as well, and she always has bars every release that do not have any fragrance or dyes in them for people who are fragrance sensitive, or especially sensitive to those kind of things in their body care products. So this one was a calendula coconut cream. She infused the olive oil with calendula, strained the calendula out, and so it left a lot of good healing properties in the oil that she used to make the soap. And then she also added coconut cream to make it extra moisturizing and rich. And so it was a plain white bar, no scent, but it felt really good on the skin. Next up is banana coconut. It smelled like banana and coconut. It wasn't overwhelming in the fragrance, and just like her other soaps, was a really good moisturizing lather. Not huge bubbles, but it feels really good on the skin and does not dry my hands out. This one was, I believe, shaped like a little snowflake and snow candy. It was kind of a light mint and vanilla bar, and I did enjoy it. She varies these sometimes with some of the stuff that's in the back. So this one, I think, was her classic bar. Olive oil, coconut oil, cocoa butter, castor oil, and then she had coconut milk in it. And the same here. Now, again, you can see more of this purple wax that I spilled all over them, right? So this one is part of the Farmhouse collection. It's kind of like a classic scents that she does try to keep in stock sometimes, or she used to. I don't know how she's doing it now. But this was a peach one. We both really loved this one. It was a good peach scent. It was not peach bakery, and it wasn't peach gummy rings either. It was just a nice, juicy peach scent. And yeah, this was one of the scents that we loved the most. So I would repurchase it. And this one, instead of having the coconut milk in it, it has goat milk and buttermilk in there. So she has different ones with different milks and creams for the skin. She also has ones that are vegan without any animal products in there. Another one from the Farmhouse collection was this lemon bar. I'm not a big lemon scent person, so and I think the Farmhouse collection is the one that has the buttermilk and the goat milk. She has different things for different like collections that she does. So we liked it. I think we did this by our kitchen sink, and it was a good scent for in there. But again, just I'm not a big lemon person. No, we loved this one. I did especially love this one. This is Golden Oats, again from her Farmhouse collection. I've had this fragrance oil. I've made soap with it. I made some lotions and stuff with it. And it's from Brambleberry. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But imagine the classic oat milk and honey scent, if you've ever smelled that, or the Burt's Bees baby buttermilk. Imagine that, but with a richer, golden, deep note to it. And that's kind of what this smells like. And the oats are kind of a little bit toasty. It was a fantastic fragrance. I love using that fragrance myself in body care products, and I loved it in her soap. Again, it was very moisturizing, and a scent I would for sure pick up from her again, or from someone else. Then these are just two. I don't know where all the rest of them are, but I've had a ton of her rainbow soaps. So every year, usually in June, maybe in May, I think she just did the release. I haven't really double checked, but she makes a bunch of different rainbow soaps. They're very, very, very popular. They sell out, and all sorts of different designs using rainbow colors. It's very creative, and they're awesome. So first up is Confetti Blossom. This one had more of like shredded soap in there, so it's almost like this speckled multicolor in a white base. And I don't remember what the scent notes were. Let's see. Floral fragrance, blend of tulips, peonies, hydrangeas, and fresh spring air. So yeah, it was not a heavy floral. It was just kind of like a clean floral scent, and it didn't cloyingly stick to your hands or anything. Again, it was just like all the rest of her soaps, very moisturizing. And yeah, this one has coconut milk in it and cocoa butter. But yeah, really cute design on that one. And then Sweetly Clean. The scent notes are sweet and soapy clean scent with notes of citrus and light florals. So honestly, kind of a similar scent. If I remember correctly, kind of liked the Sweetly Clean as far as just a bar soap that you wash your hands with, because it did smell kind of like what you expect soap to smell like. I would probably repurchase both of these and a lot of the other rainbow. Man, I wish I could remember the name of her collection, but I would definitely repurchase a lot of the rainbow soaps that we've had from her. They're really cute, and she has a good variety. There's one, I think the one that's like the solid stripes of the different colors of the rainbow. She uses the Bath and Body Works pear berry fragrance for that one. And that one smells so good if you've ever had that. And if you've never purchased from Missouri River Soaps, she also does scrubs, which are excellent. And I don't know if she's still doing the scrubs and the wax melts, but she had a limited amount of wax melts she would do at different parts of the year, and her wax performs extremely well for me. It is a little bit more on the expensive side, but her wax is fantastic. And she has my favorite apple cider donuts blend or fragrance oil. I don't know if it's a blend or fragrance oil that she uses, but that is one of my favorite things to melt in the fall, and so if she is making that this year, I will definitely have to restock up because I think I'm out. I had a bunch of clamshells and stuff before she closed down, and of course I used them because I love that set from her. Anyways, so I think that's all these soap boxes. They are a mess. Let me move them out of the way and move on to the next category. Okay, this is quite the mess. Let's start up with the other products from Snob Love. Although I don't think I have everything here, but I actually have quite a few different lotions from her. I think I've used all my lotions. Unfortunately, I would love to pick up more from her at some point, but I've got to work on some of my other body care lotions before doing that. So again, some of these are going to have discoloration because of the vanilla factor in them, and let's get started. First up, this was Clarice Doe, and this scent was peppermint, vanilla, sugar, and touch of chocolate. I didn't particularly love this scent in a lotion form. I don't like using chocolate scents in body care that much, but I love her lotion so much. It's my favorite lotion from anywhere, and I love that I can apply it, and I do not feel like I need to put more lotion on a few minutes later. So I wouldn't repurchase this particular scent, but I will repurchase her lotion when I have made it in my collection. Next up from her is the Fluffy Peeps scent. It's the same scent as the soap that I was talking about earlier, the raspberries, tangerine, peach, cotton candy, and vanilla. It was like a sweet, fruity, spring kind of fruity scent. Not an authentic fruity, but I enjoyed it for what it was, and I think the color has really changed because it was more of a light pink, and you can see how it's deepened just kind of sitting and being exposed to the light. But I'll potentially repurchase the scent in the lotion, but there's a lot of other scents from her that I like more. But if it was the only one available in her lotion and I need a lotion, I would repurchase it. I can't talk. Another one is Pretty Peach, and this is white florals, juicy peach, guava, mango, and papaya. The peach wasn't super heavy. It was more of a tropical fruity scent with a hint of peach and a little bit of a body care lean to it. I enjoyed this one. I like this one better than the other two that I was just talking about as far as scent appeal to me personally. And just like all of her lotions, I love her lotion. So would probably be a repurchase. Next up is Watermelon, and this was watermelon, strawberry, lemon, sugar, rose, and vanilla. I really didn't get rose in there. It was more of a body care watermelon. I enjoyed this a lot. I think last summer is when I finished it up, and you can see everything is discolored. Like I said, these have been sitting here for a while. I have been needing to do this video, so I would repurchase that scent from her. Ooh, there's a little bit in here. I wonder if I can get the last bit of it out. This has been one of my favorite scents in the lotions from her, and I think she pours it in the fall. She doesn't have the same scents available all the time, but this is the Royal OMH, which is oatmeal, milk, and honey, and it's basically a Burt's Bees oatmeal, milk, and honey scent. The scent notes are warm oatmeal, milk, honey, and almonds, so there is a little hint of the almond in there. I love this lotion so much. This one's so old. This is probably 4 years old, probably. I think I got this in 2020. So I may try to get this little last bit out if I can tip it over and get it out, because I love this scent and her lotion, but otherwise consider it empty. And then here is a body scrub from Empire Alchemy in Strawberry Moon. I did actually finish this a few months ago. It lasted me a long time. I had actually a ton of scrubs going in my shower. I actually still do. There's a few that I'm almost finished with, and I don't use a scrub every time that I shower. My husband really doesn't use them, so it takes me a while to get through them. I've learned that, you know, it's not something I need to have a big stockpile on, honestly, because I just don't go through them very quickly. I liked Empire Alchemy scrubs a lot, and as far as sugar scrubs, I thought that they were good quality and would repurchase the sugar scrubs if I was still purchasing from this vendor. As far as the scent goes, I had it for a while, and so I don't think the scent was as strong as it would have been if I had used it sooner after purchasing it. I purchased this in late 2020 or early 2022. Sorry, late 21 or early 22. And there was still a little bit of scent when I was using it, but it wasn't very strong. It was a nice strawberry scent, what I was getting, but again, very light. I just mainly enjoyed the scrub aspect of it. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think their soaps are foaming sugar scrubs, which is the kind of sugar scrub I prefer using instead of the body butter sugar scrubs. I think. I need to double check on that. Again, it's been a few months since I've used this one. Anyways, I've got more sugar scrubs that I need to use from them. Alright, let's talk about some chapsticks. This is not all the chapsticks. This little chapstick right here, very, very discolored. It used to look like a cute chalkboard. It was actually a chapstick that I made back several years ago, 9 years ago. And I know this is not the only one of this that I have finished in the last 2 or 3 years, because I found a stash more of them. But I made these as gifts for guests at our wedding in 2015, and they are still good. The thing's gone now, but yeah, I loved this formula that I used for this. It was a French vanilla and a berry scented flavored chapstick, and yeah, I need to, when I've gotten through all my chapsticks, I need to make myself another batch of these because they're some of the better chapsticks. Then usually in the winter time, I go through about half a tube of this. I don't have cold sores, but there's a part of the winter where it gets really cold and dry, and my lips start cracking just because they're so dry. And this is one of the things that helps heal them up with this lysine, which is good for, you know, skin healing in general. So I usually go through like half of one every winter, and I probably have one that's almost finished, so we'll finish up this next winter. But yeah, really love this when I have the like issue with the cracking on my lips during the winter. Next up are 2 chapsticks from Empire Alchemy. This first one is almond milk, and the second one, where is it? This was matcha. I got this one in, I think, December of 21, and it had been made a few months before that. And then I picked this one up in a pre-order in 22, and the texture of both of these was very different. And I tested them both shortly after I got each of them, and then compared both of them when I had both to compare. Very, very different. The texture of the almond milk one I liked. I enjoyed it. It was a decent lip balm. It wasn't the best one, but a lot better than the kind of chapstick lip balms that I tend to find at, you know, the checkout counter at a grocery store. As far as the scent, it was a very light scent, just that light kind of creamy almond, very neutral. I liked that. It was a good lip balm, but there's some others that I just think are better for my lips, so I probably wouldn't repurchase these. This one was hard to use. It really didn't taste or smell like matcha. There was like a little bit of a green note in there. What got me was the texture. It was very grainy and gloopy, and if you rolled it up and tried to apply it, it did not apply like a regular lip balm does. You know how you rub it across your lips and you want it to apply a thin coating? Well, the texture of this would like come out chunks across your lips, and instead of spreading like a chapstick should. So I did not like I had to make an effort to finish this one off. So I don't know why, because I feel like the ingredients on both of these were the same, if I recall. I don't know if something had happened to this because it had been made sometime before I purchased it. And I don't know. I don't know why it was different, but yeah. Now, I do have another one of these that is in the other room, but I'm not going to go wake up my husband. And I did just recently finish it like last week. But this is lip balm butter from Swanky. And I picked up some last fall, and then there was some from the Black Friday sale when she had the big sale that I got earlier this year. And y'all, this is really good stuff. Really good lip balm. If you like something that you can put on your lips before you go to bed at night, or when you get up, and you don't have to keep reapplying stuff to make your lips not keep feeling dry. This is one of the best ones that I've found, beyond the one that I've made for myself in the past. And this particular one was peppermint. I feel like the peppermint was just right. It wasn't overdone. Just like that light mintiness. And I loved it. My husband's actually been using one of the scents or flavors that I got. I can't remember which one, like the night balm. He doesn't use it every night, but he can tell a difference in his lips, and I can tell a difference. They're very soft, and I can tell a difference in my lips when I use these. I just feel like my lips are softer and they don't need to be exfoliated as much. So I know she doesn't make these over the summer because of them, you know, they'll melt in shipping and stuff. But next fall or whenever she offers these again, I am stocking up because these are some of the better lip balms that I have found out there for me personally. And the other scent that I just finished was her spearmint one. I really like a spearmint lip balm and the peppermint one. The spearmint one, I feel like is just a little too much spearmint for me because sometimes it was a little stingy on my lips, and I never got that feeling with the peppermint one, but I could just be sensitive to spearmint or something like that. I don't know. But I really still enjoyed both of these a lot. And if you're looking for a good lip balm, these are great. Okay, moving on. And the other one from the other room, it is empty. Whenever I find it, I'm just not going to make another or add it into the video. I'm just going to throw it away, y'all. I got another spearmint one done, okay? These are random things like floss, these little Dentec ones. I know this is not the only package of these that we have finished in the last 2 years. We've finished them fairly regularly. Every few months we've got to get another one. So I did not keep multiple copies of these, but I do like using these. It's better than using the floss around my fingers. I know it's not as thorough a floss, but the other way, I just avoid doing it. And this way, I at least floss my teeth regularly, which is what I need to do every day. And they're super cheap on Amazon. Let's talk about some deodorants. And I don't have all my deodorants in here, but I have another one that I'm almost finished with right now as far as deodorants. And I don't, of course, have in here deodorant that I've made for myself, which I really kind of need to make myself another batch of because I really prefer it to a lot of the store-bought ones. Anyways, so this was a Jason spray deodorant in Delicate Soft Rose. Supposed to offer 24-hour protection. I did not find that to be the case. I liked the scent, but maybe it's just me being used to something thick underneath my arm that I can feel. I never felt like I really had deodorant on, and the deodorant protection for me personally did not last very long, so would not be a repurchase for me. Now, I really like the Secret brand if I have to pick up deodorant. So I did go through a few of these. I did not keep all of them, just because I don't think I need to have a bunch of duplicates of the same item in here. But this is the Powder Fresh Secret. It's supposed to be invisible solid. Personally, I feel like it's not truly invisible, because if you put clothes on pretty soon after it, you run the risk of getting some deodorant smudges on the clothes, especially if they're darker clothes. But I did like the powder scent in this one, and I think there's like a clean or shower fresh or something like that one also. I liked both of those. Just kind of a neutral, fresh, clean scent that didn't like interfere with any kind of body fragrance if I wanted to wear some. I do definitely prefer the gel. I actually feel like the gel deodorant from Secret is a better way to reduce odor underneath my arms. And I also like that it doesn't leave markings on my clothes. Also, the Powder Fresh, because it's such a thick, like, almost greasy formula, I find it really hard to remove from my skin if I've applied it recently before showering. So I really have to use a lot of scrubbing and like washing underneath my arms multiple times just to remove this. And I kind of don't like that feeling. I don't like that kind of greasy layer on my skin. But they're super cheap at Aldi's, and in a pinch when I need deodorant, I'll use them. Anyways, the clear gel from Secret, I prefer them. I usually get the lavender scent, but I was almost out and my husband grabbed me some at the grocery store, and he got this scent Cool Water Lily. I've never tried that scent before, and it was a little bit too floral for me on some days, honestly, but I used it up. And my one complaint with the clear gels is that I feel like I use them up really fast. Maybe I just put a lot more on underneath my arms, because when you're turning this little knob up and down, it comes out, and I think it's easy to apply a lot of it. So these don't last me for very long, and I do think they're more expensive than the typical stick white kind of invisible solid deodorants. Like I said before, honestly, I just need to make myself my homemade deodorant. A few years ago, I really tinkered around with a formula until I found one that did not irritate my underarms, because I have really sensitive skin underneath there. I can't do the rock salt soap deodorants. I can't do deodorants with baking soda because they cause my underarm to break out in rashes. And I tinkered around and found one that I liked the way I formulated it a lot, because it was some of the best odor control that I've ever had from a deodorant. So I kind of need to make myself a bunch of tubes and kind of get back to that. Also, it will not be as full of different fragrances and stuff. I can kind of control what's going onto my skin. These are just a few of the kind of face care routine stuff that my husband and I have been using. I'm terrible about a skincare routine, and he's actually way better than I am. He started sometime last year, and I'm trying to do something twice a week, but I don't always do it. So, where is this stuff? All right, I think he already threw away the container for this, and I just have the box, but this is the Cosrx, I believe. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but the retinol serum, and it's got vitamin E and squalene, and he's been using this. I really can't use retinol because I have rosacea, and it just really tends to irritate the skin on my face. But he finished up one of these little bottles, and he really, really liked it, and so we'll be repurchasing it for him. Now, this is a very old tube, and I need to go through my makeup and everything and declutter, because I have a ton of stuff that's like 2 decades old. This is from 15 plus years ago, y'all. Maybe 2008, 9, something like that. But this is a Mary Kay, time-wise, the microdermabrasion. There were several steps in this kit. There's like a cleanser and a microdermabrasion and a lotion. I think I finished the lotion years ago. I don't know if I still have some of the cleanser. I probably shouldn't use it because it's so old. But this microdermabrasion was used up. I remember liking it. And again, I haven't used these in so long. And the whole like routine, but I remember liking it, but this was like 15, 18 years ago that I was using all three of them together, and it was my first attempt at ever trying to use skincare, basically. So I probably wouldn't have known if it was actually good on my skin or not, honestly. We have used a bunch of these. We were alternating between this and the Cosrx, basically the, I'm not pronouncing that right, but the COSX or X or whatever that one brand was that I was talking about. We've been using their snail like moisturizer, and then this one from the Soul Cuticles. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right either, but this is the multifunction all-in-one anti-aging snail repair cream. And it's been largely my husband alternating between using this for 1 month and then using the Cosrx snail moisturizer, and then using this one, kind of alternating month back and forth. And he likes both of them a lot, and I have used this a few times. Again, I'm not very good at it, but I like the way both of them feel on my skin. I like the way this one feels. I don't know why I don't have a ton of these in this box, honestly, because he's finished probably like 4 of these in the last 9 months or so. And similarly, the Cosrx, I don't know why I don't have a bunch of them in this box, but I think he's been throwing them away. Anyways, he's been using a lot of those, and I've been periodically using them. Really, really like them. I can see a big difference in the texture of his skin. He's got wrinkles that are kind of fading. He's had just, his skin looks more even in skin tone as well, and less dry. So I don't know what all that's due to, because he's been using sunscreen and lotion, and he's been using eye cream and this and some serums. So who knows what all it is, but I do think the snail creams have been good, and they feel great on the skin. Let's talk about some regular lotions. These are 2 lotions from Royalty Soaps. So I showed you a soap from her earlier. These are old. These are very, very old. I don't know if these are 2019, 2020 when I got these. And I have not used these. These are from ones I probably was using in 2022, if I recall. So this first one right here, the Limoncello, it was a nice lemon scent, but it really started separating and getting weird and clumpy. Like it had lost some of the emulsion from it, and I just didn't love the lemon lotion enough, and I kept trying to use it, and finally I was just like, I'm done. So I did not finish it, but it's going to be thrown away. My biggest complaint with these lotions, and I don't know if they've changed their lotions since I purchased, because it's been years at this point, but their lotion was really lightweight, and I did not feel like it left my skin feeling moisturized. I would put lotion on, and I would feel like I needed to put lotion on 5 to 10 minutes later again. And to me, that defeats the purpose of putting lotion on if you have to feel like you've got to put it back on again. Scent-wise, though, they had a lot of good scents that I've used from them that I don't have in this basket because I've used them previously, and I do like those, some of the scents from them at least, a lot. So also, my other complaint is something that I don't think is relevant anymore for them, but these particular jars with the metal lids, because there is water, which is the #1 ingredient in these, the deionized water, they tend to cause some rusting on the lid, as you can see, and nobody wants that on a body care product. I do think that they have moved these to bottles that don't have metal or pumps or something like that, so I don't think this is relevant anymore, but at the time, that was a reason why I was trying to finish up the lotions that I have. And I don't think I have any more lotions, but I do actually need to check, because they're probably old, and I probably need to just toss them at this point. This is another one that was Tea with Tolstoy. Man, I loved this scent. As you can see, I used it as much as I could, and This was basically the white tea and lemon, I believe, scent, like the Bath and Body Care scent. Very fresh and just a little hint of that citrus. I think there was a hint of like a white floral in there as well. And the white tea. Loved this one a lot. I believe these names have all been changed, but this particular scent I would pick up in other items from them and possibly give their lotion a try again if they've changed the formula. I don't know. I don't need it right now, but yeah, love this scent. There's so many more than just this one. This seems pathetic to show as an example because I know there's others empties, but I will hunt around. I think I've got some more that I just don't see right now, but I just don't want to hold off doing this video until I have everything. So I will either do a second video of things that I've missed in this one or add them on at the end if I run across them in the next day or two or something. But okay, this is Tresemme. It's a mousse. The Flawless Curls. My husband likes to use it on his hair. He's kind of got wavy hair. And then sometimes if I want a little bit of definition, I will scrunch a little bit into my hair. I have curly hair, and it gets just a little definition without it being as crunchy as using a gel. And I can put some even on dry hair just to kind of reduce some of the frizz. I've used this for years. Really like this particular mousse. This is a very old shampoo. This has moved with me through multiple moves, and there was always a little bit, maybe like every time I'd be like, oh, I need to use some of this, then I wouldn't finish it. So I finally finished this sometime last year, I believe. I don't know why I had in my head that this was like a clarifying shampoo, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a regular shampoo. It wasn't really that great. I think that's probably one reason why I didn't finish it. And like really use it frequently. It wasn't bad. There wasn't really an offensive smell. It was just kind of a neutral shampoo, clean scent, but I didn't notice anything special about it or any special way that it made my hair feel. So it wouldn't be a repurchase. I've also been using this one this last year. This is supposed to be a clarifying shampoo, basically. I'm not super experienced in the clarifying shampoos. I know I really need it because my scalp gets dry, and if I use product on my hair or anything, this is a good way to kind of get that off of the hair so it's not weighing down the curls and stuff. I don't know if I would repurchase this particular one. It was okay, but I didn't really feel like it was necessarily special. And so I'll probably try another clarifying shampoo instead of just repurchasing this one. I sometimes wear contacts, not nearly as often as I used to, but I did finish up a solution, basically rinsing contacts whenever they needed in this. And I think I have another one that's almost completely finished. I need to go get some more contacts right now. I think I'm down to my last few. I just don't wear them very often anymore. So I liked this, the BioTrue contact solution, compared to a lot of different solutions I've used throughout the years. This is the one that I just go back to, and I can even put a little bit in my eye if I feel like there's an irritant and I'm in a pinch and I don't have like an eye drops or something, and it doesn't make my eyes itch or red, and my eyes are extremely sensitive. I have yet to find an eye cream that I can use that does not irritate my eyes. So I'm happy to have a contact solution that doesn't cause me issues. It's very gentle. Next up are some body care items from a small vendor called Cleo & Co. Liz is the owner, and if you have never talked with Liz, she is just a wonderful soul. Very gentle and kind, and I just enjoy talking to her so much. I've only ordered once or twice, I think, and I feel terrible because it took me a while to open up and get into some of the body care products that I got from her. Something that I feel like is really noteworthy about Liz and her products is that she does not get a bulk base of lotion or body butter from a big supply company and then add her own colorant and fragrance and label it as a lotion. She formulates everything herself in house, and she really focuses on options for people who have really sensitive skin, both with the chemicals that she uses and fragrance free options that are good for people who have, you know, very sensitive, maybe eczema prone skin. She also, and I don't know if she still does this, but she at least used to offer this. She's one of the only companies I've seen that you can do body care customs with, which I think is really cool. So someday in the future, I would like to do that because I would like to use some of her other body care. I think the body care that I got, I didn't really pick the best scents for my preferences in body care. I think that's the biggest downside I saw, and that's up to me, you know, on what I picked as far as scent preferences. So, first up is this one called Sweetheart. This is a whipped soap, and the scent is Meyer lemon, sugar cookies, white roses, and lemon zest. These are all, none of these are custom scents from me. So this is a 2 ounce, and I did finish it up, I think early this year. There was a little bit left, and I did finish it up. I didn't start using it until maybe a year after I gotten it, and by then, a lot of the scent had already dissipated from this. It was a light yellow, and by the time I used it, it was mostly a really creamy lemon scent, which I did like. Not normally what I would pick. Sorry, I just bumped y'all. But I do like the Meyer lemon scent, and it wasn't offensive. I also really liked the texture of her whipped soap. So far, this has been my favorite of the body care products that I've used from Cleo & Co. And it was a very thick kind of whipped soap. I felt like a little bit went a very long way. And I did find like it bubbled up more if I used something like a loofah or washcloth versus just kind of spreading it on my skin. But as far as scent profile, I probably wouldn't pick this particular scent up again, but I would like to try her whipped soap again because I did enjoy it quite a bit. Then this one, I'm actually almost finished. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it or not because I just haven't enjoyed this one as much. I think a lot of it has to do with the actual scent. This is Spring Fling, and this is her whipped body butter, and the scent notes were southern sweet tea, juicy blackberries, brown sugar, and cinnamon. So I didn't start using this until maybe a year and a half ago, and at that point it was well over a year old, and a lot of the notes had dissipated. So basically what I've gotten from this, whenever I use it, it smells like a really, really sweet brown sugar scent. And I'm just not a big brown sugar body care person, so I haven't wanted to put it on my hands. And then what I do like is, and I'll try to be real quiet so y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear that? It's very aerated and very fluffy. But when I put this on my skin, at least this particular one, and I'll show y'all. I don't know if this is going to translate on the camera, but can y'all see that? It leaves a color on my skin, and I don't always want that. Like, it now kind of looks in parts of my hand like I'm bruised or lacking in oxygen. So I feel like if I were to get a custom, I would want there to be no color or the dye to be reduced a lot. It's not my favorite body butter, to be honest, because of the scent and that. And then I find it, once it's on my skin, it's very oily, and it also leaves this kind of powdery grit in some spots. So I'm not sure if she's got some sort of like a cornstarch or something mixed in that's supposed to help with the oiliness of a body butter. Sometimes that's something that makers use when they're making body butters. But I didn't particularly like the way it feels on my skin, and I don't like that my hand has like a purple color. So I would possibly give her body butter another try, though. I definitely want to pick up the whipped soap at some point, though. That's the one that I really liked. So I don't know that I will finish it just because, again, like discoloration. I'm going to stop talking about that. Anyways, I also have to feel like, to be fair, I have to add, I'm not the biggest body butter person. I prefer lotions. So if you're a body butter person and you like that thicker, like oily feeling on your skin, maybe after a shower or something like that, this might be a bigger hit with you. I tend to just not like something quite this heavy on my skin, and that's just a personal preference thing. And then this is oat milk. This is a body lotion, no scent, and it's supposed to be very gentle for the skin. Again, it's awesome that she has, you can see some of the marks, sorry. Move this purple dye off the top of here. She has worked really hard to formulate this. I think that is just very impressive, and a lot of companies do not do that with their products, y'all. A lot. Way more than I think people realize. So, I have a great deal of respect for Liz for, making her own product and standing behind it. So, by the time I got to this, again, I was working on a lot of other body care initially, and I should have started it sooner. And a little bit of this one went a long way for me, but I wasn't using it consistently. And as you can see, there's still some left, but I stopped using it because it got old and it started having a little bit of a off smell to it. But at that point, I'd had this for a good 2.5, maybe 3 years. So that was on me. I should have used it sooner. Before it got to that point, it was just a very neutral, not offensive smell. You could put it on, you really didn't notice any fragrance. And I liked the way it felt on my skin. It wasn't too heavy. It didn't irritate my skin. So I would probably pick this one up again and just use it, sooner and not let it sit for so long, because that's my bad. That's my fault. This is the oat milk, and I know she at least used to have an oat milk line of like scrubs and lotions and body wash and stuff that's specifically supposed to be for sensitive skin. And I would recommend this, and I want to give this another try myself. Next up, let's talk about some L3 body care. So I've actually been thinking about doing a separate video about L3 body care products and my thoughts as someone who has made my own body care products off and on for over 25 years. And not every type of body care product is something that I'm super familiar with, but I have done a lot of my own formulation and, trying to understand the ingredients and why you have such and such in certain products. And I've gotten a lot of L3 body care products over the years, and I thought maybe that perspective would be of interest to some people. So let me know if you want a video on all the different body care type of products that I've used from L3 if you're curious. So first up, this is a conditioner. I know I have a second conditioner. I don't know where it is. I know I finished it. That was in the K-Dye Melts. This one is Trick or Treat, which is Skittles, cotton candy, frosting, peach nectar, and sticky taffy. The scent wasn't super strong. It was a sweet peach gummy ring scent, basically. So I mainly got the peach nectar and the Skittles in there. And I did like the scent, both in the wax and in the conditioner. And I like the way the conditioner feels on my hair, actually. It's nice in the shower, but I always leave a little bit of conditioner in my hair after I get out of the shower. With the curly hair, it's important for like the moisture, and I enjoyed using L3's conditioner for that leave-in conditioner after the shower because I feel like it left my hair feeling very soft and it didn't leave it sticky in any way and it wasn't heavy. So would I repurchase the conditioners? Yes, but not just in any scent, just, if there was a scent that I enjoyed. So I finished this one, and I have finished the K-Dye one. It may have already landed in the trash at some point with all the shuffling around of empties, but I did finish 2 of them. And I don't think I have any more conditioner products. I might, but I don't think I do. Anyways, I really liked it. I have not tried the shampoo from L3, but I hear some good things about that one. I just haven't used it. All right, this is a sugar scrub in peppermint mocha sweet cream. This took me forever to finish. This is an oil kind of body butter type sugar scrub, and I didn't realize that it was more of an oil-based sugar scrub. I should have looked at the ingredients before I ordered this, but I just don't like that kind of scrub. And I know there's a lot of people who like using that and then kind of rinse off the sugar, and then it leaves this sort of like moisturizing kind of stuff on your skin when you step out of the shower. I don't like that feeling, and I always have to wash my body with soap after putting the scrub on. So I just don't want to reach for this one very often, and I didn't use it a lot, and it just took me forever. Scent wise, initially I got more of the a little bit of a mint and a chocolate scent in there. I wouldn't repurchase this scent in body care. I don't like chocolate body care for me personally, and I wouldn't repurchase the sugar scrubs because I don't like the oil-based scrubs. It's just a personal preference. But now these other next items were from the body care advent of the Halloween advent from 2021. So I did not use most of these in 21 because I just didn't get around to them. So first up, this is a shower gel, and I loved the packaging. Perfect for a Halloween advent. These red marks were on the package. That's not discoloration, and it's supposed to look like, a little bag of poison or blood or something like that, and it came out in the bottom, and the stuff was like a light green inside the bag, and it says do not eat. So very clever packaging. The scent smelled like a green apple scent to me. It was enough shower gel to use for 2 or 3 showers if I remember correctly, and I would possibly pick it up again. It didn't stand out as something really memorable as far as the texture or the way the shower gel made me feel. It was largely the packaging that I appreciated, and the majority of L3 body care products are bulk body care that they've purchased from a supplier. You can tell by looking at the long list of ingredients. These are not in-home body care creations, and so they'll get a great big tub of shower gel, and if people request, such and such scent in shower gel be poured for an RTS, and they decide to offer it, they will measure it out, put in the dye and the fragrance, and put it in their bottles and label it, but they aren't making the shower gel from scratch. And I can say that with confidence about the majority of L3's body care products. That doesn't mean they're bad body care products, and for the scale of their business, the size of, and demand of products, it does make sense for them, especially since a lot of the draw for getting body care products from them is being able to pick up a scent that you love from them in body care in that particular fragrance that you already enjoy. So it makes a lot of sense for them. But yeah, the Advent body care was a ton of fun that year. That's the only body care advent that I've done, and I regretted not getting the perfume one, the Stranger Thing perfume last year. That looked really, really cool. All right, and then a few others. I know I have more. So this was the Beautiful Night Face Cream. And some of the labels, they were not waterproof labels. So They sat by the sink. I was trying to use them before bed, and they got wet, and you can't really read things very well. So this one, y'all, I really tried. All of the face care products except for one of them, and I don't know where that one is because I did finish that one, but all of the face care products irritated my skin. And I have very sensitive skin. I have rosacea. It's not L3's fault. I just have a hard time finding stuff that does not make my skin really irritated. So this one is a Swamp Thing face scrub, I believe, or a cleanser. I can't tell from the top of this label right here. But again, it irritated my skin. I tried it a few times, then I gave up because I was like, it's making my skin red and angry. And then this one was a night cream. I think my husband used some of it. I tried to use it. It wasn't for me, and it irritated my skin too much. So those products I would not repurchase. Oh man, I know that I have a lotion also from this one. It's a pumpkin lotion. I'm gonna have to look it up and find it. It's probably gonna turn into a different Empties video. All right, so this is from the same Halloween Advent of 2021. This is the Pumpkin Carver Brown Sugar Scrub, and I did use this one in the shower. It took me a very long to finish it because I had a bunch of scrubs going, and then I wasn't making progress on them because I had like 5 or 6 different scrubs in the shower at the same time. So this one was okay. Again, oil-based scrub, so not a fan of those types of sugar scrubs. And the scent, I'm not a big pumpkin fan either. It wasn't overly spiced. I did appreciate that. Of the pumpkin, there was a pumpkin body lotion, and that one was a really mild pumpkin scent as well, but I liked that on my skin more than the scrub. Now, the two things that, well, there was, man, where is that? Man, I've lost some of the things somewhere along the way. I may have just thrown some things away instead of just doing empties, or they've gotten lost somewhere else. Anyways, some of my favorite products from that 2021 Halloween Advent. This was one of them. This was, I think, the first day, and this is called Witchy Toes, and this is lightly scented in soothing eucalyptus. So this was a roll-up tube, and it had a balm, basically, that very, very light eucalyptus scent, not overwhelming or anything. And you were supposed to, it's like a lotion stick is what it was. But that way, I tried putting some across my knuckles that tend to get dry, and it just didn't roll up into my skin super well. But at one point that winter, I was desperate for something on my dry lips, and I don't even know that this is necessarily lip safe, but I used it and I fell in love with it. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. And that is how I used up almost the majority of this tube. You can see I kind of dug into it. I did not want to run out. I would repurchase it. I need to double check to make sure it is actually lip safe in whatever scent I was going to purchase it in again in the future. But man, this saved my lips that winter, and I got so many uses out of it. It lasted me a long time. I was so sad when I ran out. So if you're dealing with dry winter lips, they're cold and you just can't seem to keep them from feeling dry, this was a miracle balm, honestly, and I would like to get more of it before they close. Another thing, and I don't have it finished yet, but there was a like a tinted lip gloss from that Advent that I loved, and I'll have to talk about that in an L3 body care product video and stuff if y'all are interested in that. Let me grab the next ones. Okay, really quickly, I do actually have a lot of Scentsy cleaners, like counter cleaners and bathroom cleaners and stuff like that, that I've actually finished. I've refilled the bottles with some other cleaners, so they'll eventually make it into a video at some point. But I love their counter cleaners, and I'm just going to finish up this video really quickly with a few other Scentsy products. I am not a Scentsy consultant, so these are just, my experiences with these products. First up, I finished a box of the dryer discs. Here are both used ones, and this is in Palm Beach Breeze. I liked this scent. It was kind of a summery, fresh, like beachy, slightly tropical scent. I feel like there was maybe a note of peach or something in there too, but I've had these in the past. I've had these years ago, and they are not as good as they used to be, or maybe it's just the scent, but they do not transmit any fragrance at all to the clothes in the dryer. So I will not be purchasing this product again from Scentsy. I just feel like it's a waste of my money. It's really disappointing. I wish this scent had transferred a little bit to my towels or something like that, but did not. And then let's talk about another complete waste of money from Scentsy. These little things, whatever they are, pieces of paper, pieces of just, if you were trying to give somebody the idea of what the scent is, like a scratch and sniff sticker that's be cheaper, I put these around trash can areas. I have put these in drawers. I have tried a few different things. This is the blueberry cheesecake. I've thrown away a few others. I have a few others that I haven't even used. What are these called? Scent discs, something like that. And I know they're not super expensive, but you're better off just spending the amount you would spend on 2 of these little discs and getting yourself a whole bar of wax and putting a cube of that wax in your towel drawer. You will get more scent in your towel drawer than using these. Now, I have heard some people say they have good luck using these in the car for a car fragrance. I have never tried that. Maybe I need to give that a chance, but I don't even feel like using any of these because I just feel like they are just a gimmick and a waste of money. Now, all of these I got from the consultant that I use when I do purchase Scentsy products. So I've never spent my own money on them, but if you're considering spending your money on it, I would say don't. It is a waste of money. Even if it is just $2, you're better off spending it somewhere else. All right, I'm going to end the video here. There's other body care products that I have that are not even in this video, so I'll probably have to do a part 2 and a part 3. The next part is going to be Bath and Body products from Bath and Body Works and Goose Creek. So stay tuned. That'll be shower gels, shampoo and conditioner, body sprays, body lotions, all of that. And that is going to be another long video. All right. Thank you all for watching. And let me know, have you all used any of these products? Do you have any recommendations for eye creams that do not irritate sensitive eyes? Anything, I would love to hear. Thank you all for watching.